This is the first of the Job Lot Shark NV680s / there's a 681 somewhere that is done, refurbished and ready to show you what it's like and how much different it is compared to, say, one of those which I haven't touched yet. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner and shark chums, how are you today? Yes, this was the first one that I did. The first one I pulled out of the pile, and quite honestly I think I picked the better one to do because it wasn't actually that dirty. It was dirty, but it wasn't completely and utterly destroyed, filthy. Oh my god, throw it in the bin and get it out of here. Never seen one this clean. I don't really remember these coming out. When did this come out? 2017. Yeah, you see, I've never really been into sharks. They've always just been sort of plastic crap to me, and well, they are very plasticky, but perhaps not terribly the other word, because yeah, it's come up okay. Let's start breaking it down a bit so I can fit it on camera without having to show you the horrific mess that my desk is in behind me. Take off the bin and we can see that it has come up, you know, as well as it's going to. It's got the usual wear on it from stuff zooming around. That's fine. They all do that. One point to note about all of these is that I haven't got that clean. And the problem is this shroud is part of that housing. So you can't take this off to then clean back there. I imagine if you soaked it for a long amount of time, you probably could get it. I am, unfortunately, unless between filming this first one and the rest, figure out some other way, I'm just not going to bother because you can't really tell when it's together, especially with the handy little sticker. So yeah, very nice bin unit. You pop out your little metal bars a la Electrolux 560 twin turbo and that all comes out. All of this comes apart and you can wash it very nicely. All the trim comes off so you can change your colour. Change all the red bits to another colour. Were you wanting to do that? Let us release the wand, which has come up very nicely indeed. You can strip the hose from the plastics without cutting a single wire if you're prepared to break a little bit of plastic that sits somewhere down there. We might elaborate on that. However, should you wish to wash your hose, you will have to cut some wires. This is also the handle that had one of the really dodgy handle grips, and it actually peeled off really well. And you know, if you didn't know that there should be that on the bottom, certainly for the price that I'm going to be flogging these out at, it's not too bad. So yes, very nice clean hose as well. Look, we can start putting these on camera. Let's have a look at the wand, which you can't strip. I did take off some of the covers. You could do nothing with it, so I gave it all good clean by hand, and that's okay. We have our two tools, just two tools really. I don't need to show you that much. Inside the motor cover is as good as new. Very good indeed. Still need to put some fill trays in there, and if we lift away, and look, we can, I worked out how it works. There's a little latch down there which does the opposing click. You can see that our floor head is immaculate. It's missing one of the retaining things, but we're going to put one of those in it at some point. I haven't started breaking down the spares machine yet, so but it's fine for now. What that was is what was causing this head. This is the head that we put on the working body. But it made a horrible sound, and yeah, one of the little plastic bits that holds this in had come off and got in the belt. Strip all that down, and hopefully it's going to be okay. Like I say, I'm going to have to change that. You've got to take pretty much everything out. The PCB's got to come out for sure. You might be able to squeeze it in otherwise. And yeah, in there, it's very clean and shiny as well. So let's put it back together and test out the suction. We're back together in the mode, And yeah, if we turn it on, works really well. There is a lot of suction coming from that one. A lot of suction, which is cool really, because it's got 100 watt less motor in it than it had before. Oh yes folks, let me tell you, when I pulled this out of the pile, I just stripped it down. I didn't bother to recheck it, and the motor looked really grotty and horrible. This is what they do. I can't take a photo of it. So I pulled a carbon brush and it was running, but for how much longer? So, and that's how you cut the loom to get the motor out nicely, and then only have to solder up 2 wires. Yeah, Barm definitely wasn't going to refit this because I had to sell it. So what this actually has in it is the motor from the AX950 that is spare. You can fit them. It's a bodge. It just pushes down. It clamps it top to bottom and just holds it in suspension, so it can't move. So yeah, we've already started swapping motors around, and I'm not that fussed about that, because if they're going to start doing this, we may have more casualties. I've bought a brand new motor actually yesterday by accident. I say by accident. It was a bid on an entire AX950 base, which we'll look at when it comes. Ignore all that for now. I have to remember to put this video out before that one. Now I mentioned it. Yeah, back to this. So as far as I'm concerned, it is the first one done. But it's not actually completely done yet, is it? Because as you noted, yet we have no filters. So the job lot that I bought for these, we can fit in. They don't seem to have the foam pads on them, but I can't say I care. There we go. That can go in there. These can go in here. Go under there. You go on there, and I've just put that whole lot cost, yeah, probably about £3-4 worth of filters. That is all it costs, and now we can safely turn it on and check it all runs. The brush roll turns, ready, the lights are on. Oh yeah. Oh, very pleasant. Forgot about that. I'm sorry, Felix. You coming up? No? Well, what I've just seen is that. That's uber impressive. Now, the sawdust I can explain. I've just filmed, if you're a regular viewer of my channel, and oh, look, it let something through. Burn it. You'll see I did a Hoover Compact before video. I might not have even put that up yet. If not, there's a Hoover Compact before video coming out. Well, I had sawdust down and cleaned it up, and it's picked up all of that. What it's also done is picked up a load of fluff, which is brilliant. But there is one problem. In isolation, I don't actually know if I've done a good job or not. I mean, this is it compared to an identical one. And yeah, it's certainly a fair bit shinier on camera. It's not actually coming through that much. God, why do I bother? But in person, it's certainly way better. I think this one runs. It's not the one with the smash chassis. It's got filters. So what I propose is a test of versus match. Using the sawdust of equilibrium, I have, as it turns out, pulled an NV680 one off the pile, which helps because this must be when they drop the wattage. This 680 should be 850. This 681 should be 750, which is what this now has in it. So that's good. We can put them side by side, although I should recline the heads first because otherwise I won't get through. I think they're both on carpet. Oh, ready? Oh, that was annoyingly evenly matched considering the time I put into the machine, but God, that lighting's awful as well when we're faced like this, isn't it? because obviously all my lights are... Let me change that. There we go. So on our refurbished one, we do have less random scatter. Obviously you can see the lines are more clearly defined, and on this side there's a lot more throwing about. And yeah, it's picked up a nice bin full there. Obviously that was a fair bit of sawdust. And if we look at the filter, we can see that it has a very slight twinge. Oh, and there's lots of sawdust there. Oh, blimey. Yeah, that's clean though. That's fine. I mean, look, we can wipe it on my leg and then we can put it in upside down, and the first time anybody opens that up, it'll be filthy anyway. There's a little bit stuck around the shroud too. But hey, that's fine. Really, what's slightly more annoying is that the one that hasn't been touched hasn't done that much worse, despite having, you know, terrible filters and, well, not being cleaned. So we're going to use it to clean the rest of this up, because it doesn't, I don't have to worry about emptying it. That's on it. We got it dirty anyway. It's going to have to be blown out tomorrow with the apex. This one's a lot more aggressive. Can't seem to be clamping down more. Probably getting in deeper than the other one. Oh, it's full. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, I've overfilled it. If that was a Dyson, there'd be a video made about that. Hey, but, you know, credit where it's due. There's actually less in there now than there was before, so that's cool. And you know what, since that's just been refurbished, and this carpet is only as dirty as this carpet is, we're going to reuse it because... There you go. There's our big wad of... That's the fluff it picks out the carpet. And again, that can go back in as the demos. Pop that in there. Look, we've got two sizes. Don't I spoil you. Put that there. As well, yeah, a quick blowout tomorrow when it's not so late. I shall have the neighbours throw things at me. We'll get that completely sorted. So there we are. The first of the NV8X, I'm going to call these, is done. Why am I doing a video of one but I haven't done the rest? Well, obviously it's going to take time. I haven't started these yet. I'm actually doing this over here. What I'm struggling with at the minute is getting the handle back together. Something isn't lining up. So there we go. Little blurry sneak peek of that. But also, I don't know what they're worth. I mean, to me, they're not worth a lot, because they're not. Sharks aren't. Sharks are worthless. But to other people, they might. So this is actually going to be sold very soon. Clean it up. Take some pictures. It's going to be sort of the, you know, to see roughly how much I should price. Well, actually, we should price all but that one up, because that one's the one with the smash body. So yeah, to see how much to price these up. This is the one with the Belarco motor, but I think I might have a spare motor soon, so it might end up, if this one sells for enough money, might be worth doing. Otherwise, it can just be kept around. I've even got bird poo on it. Even Felix shows his appreciation for Shark in a way that I know many others do. So there we go. All fab. In fact, actually, I do have to make this because I've got to strip its probably working, but I don't care, floor head down for one of those plastic clips. So a little bit of work still to do, but this is a good time to film the after video and we're giving it a test. And yeah, I will do another video when they are all sorted. Who knows, we may be able to do one or two other videos with them in between. But until then, oh, did you know that they interlock? This is how I've been storing them. If you suddenly accidentally find yourself with a huge mass of these, if you drop the hoses, look, you can then slot them together they interlock. It's almost as if Shark knew that some idiot would finish front room with them one day. And look, you can then, they all sit down and walnut. Nice and level. Found that out the other day. It's pretty cool. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and you will see all of these hopefully bar whichever one it is that we have done. This one another day. Look, we should probably turn this round, look, because it's, hey, there we go. So thank you very much for watching, and I and some of these sharks will see you soon. Bye bye.